We're back. Wait, I can't hear you though. Wait, your microphone went away.
What?
Oh, now you're back. Okay.
I'm back.
No, okay. We're back.
We're back.
All right. Awesome. We are changing the format slightly because we're no longer in person.
No, we're not.
Somebody moved away. Where did they move away to and why?
That somebody whose name rhymes with Emiko moved away to Fort Wayne, Indiana because she got married.
Yay!
Wow!
And how long have you been married? It's
2 weeks.
2 weeks today. 2-week anniversary.
2 weeks. We
How has it been?
2-week anniversary. Yeah, we did.
How's it been?
You know, as people know, the long distance was a lot to handle. We're saving so much money because we're not flying back and forth.
There you go. Yes.
Exciting. But we also just got so much, we also got a lot of really sweet cards and gifts from people, lots of gift cards and things like that. So we're kind of gaining money now that we're married. It's pretty sweet.
Well, that won't last forever.
No, it won't. No, I'm kidding.
No, I know.
Do we have
Emmy, you cut. I don't know. Something happens and you stop record. Is there something loose on your microphone? Because it stops. You stop recording. I can't hear you again, and then it comes back.
What the heck?
No. Okay, now it's back.
Okay.
I'm not sure what's going on.
I don't know either. We're figuring it out.
Okay. Yes, that's fine. So you're having a lot of fun, or you're getting used to being married.
We're getting used to being married. We're getting used to being around each other way more often.
Yes.
And the most we have to travel is now just back and forth to each other's rooms.
Traveling between. Well, you guys
traveling.
Well, it's only because you have offices, right? I mean, quote unquote offices. You don't have. You're not that far away. You're in the same house.
Right. We are in the same house.
You're not really traveling.
We're
okay.
in the same state. We're in the same house.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how are your setups going for you, each of you? Are you happy with them?
Dude, I'm so proud of us because in only a week and a half, we got everything set up.
Nice.
In the first week, we built all of our furniture. We put everything where it needed to go. And also after the wedding, John's dad and brothers and in-laws stayed around to help us with moving all the big stuff from his apartment, which was the big thing. And
nice.
So we were able to get everything pretty much situated there very quickly. And and then my stuff was already there because of the U-Haul. So it pretty much just took just organizing everything and putting stuff back. It was relatively really easy. Also, it was nice because John would be away moving all the big stuff, but then I would do little things while he was doing that, like washing all of our new dishes, putting Post-it notes on where everything needed to go, cleaning, organizing, whatnot. Yeah.
Awesome.
So, we make a very efficient pair.
And you have a third roommate, Belle.
Oh yes, I'm
doing?
Officially a new cat mom.
Huh?
Yes, Belle. Which I for some reason thought that she was gonna be a little bit more freaked out, but in the first couple of days she was already like, "Oh, I'll let you pet me."
Oh, nice.
So I can pet her now and she doesn't get freaked out. She actually and okay, this is also a funny fun fact I learned about Belle. Because she's not a physical touch cat, she's a quality time, she just likes to be in the room with you kind of cat. So versus our cats who purr up a storm when you start petting them, right?
Yep.
If you just leave Belle alone, she'll just waltz into the room and loaf, and then she'll just start purring on her own randomly.
Oh, that's...
So every once in a while, I'll be working and I'm like, what is that sound? I'll turn around and there's Belle just looking at hey.
That's funny. That's awesome. Yeah. So she's getting used to you though.
She's getting used to me. She's getting used to the new house. She's dying to always explore in the garage because so the thing is, she's used to all of John's items in his apartment, right?
Okay.
And and then once he moved all of his stuff kind of got like dispersed randomly throughout the house. So some stuff
Oh,
is in his office, which is why so she prefers her afternoon naps in his office because all that's there. But then things like his like mini diner table, like that's like in my room, my studio now, because that's for all the students that I'm going to be having. And then also in our garage, which he set up beautifully, that's like the dartboard and like all of his like random wall decor that he's mailed up there. And so she's like, well, all this stuff I recognize, but it's in the wrong place. So I don't know what to do with this, but I'm going to explore and scope out the area, make sure it's safe.
awesome. And then I think I've heard you saying that, or we heard her or saw her like interacting with the bunnies or the birds in the backyard. How's that going? How's
Oh,
she
okay.
liking that?
So we truly we spoil our cat daughter. We like I specifically I knew that I wanted to set up my desk like near my window because I like when the natural light comes in, but I specifically made it a little bit like further away from the wall just so that she had enough room if she wanted to jump onto the windowsill to look out the window. And then and then we have our dining room table, which is lovely. But then, like, there's a window right next to it, and then we just put Belle's cat tower there, and then she truly believes that like the bed was made for her, so and that has a huge window next to like above it, so she's like, okay, this is my bed and that's my window, and what do you guys have to sleep in my bed every night? What are you doing? Like, like she's a really funny cat. She's.
I mean, you sound the
What?
one thing that I know, you just sound very happy and like not and relaxed.
Oh my gosh, wait here, let me get a close up on here. Do you see how good my skin looks?
Yeah. Well, it looks like it. Yes.
For people who don't know, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this. When I get stressed out, like my acne breaks out a lot, and that was happening a lot before the wedding, like the month leading up to it. Ever since then, I've just been like,
Oh, that's good. And you
yeah.
and John I saw you and John went on your first Tuesday night movie night, $5 movies.
We did, and we saw I Know What You Did Last Summer.
And how was that? Not
Well, so the thing is, so we watched the original trilogy. So the first and second one obviously brilliant, like yay, those are awesome. But then the third one what felt like a parody of it rather than like an extension of it. And it was like the editing was weird, the cinematography was weird. They changed directors, so that was also part of it. And then also there was none of the original cast there, so it was just weird. Now, with this one, the new one, what they did, spoiler alert, what they did was they did bring back the original cast, so they're, kind of meant to be those characters that are like forewarning like the new characters of what's going on and stuff, right? But then they did this weird thing where they made one of the original cast characters who was originally like the kind of like the male hero in the previous ones. He ended up just going crazy and turning into the actual villain that the movie was about. And it was like, oh no, what are we doing? Why did you do that?
it was a twist.
Yeah,
or
and
something.
and I get that they like had to do something with it, but it was like, what is going on? It's not necessary. And I don't know. It was better than the third one for sure. Anything beats the third one, but then they also like at the very end, like they had the end credit scene that kind of like relayed the message that there was going to be another one
more?
after this.
Oh no.
With the original cast again.
Okay.
And I was like, oh no.
They're just
Why?
milking this thing.
No.
So last before we get to the artist stuff, but how's cooking or like home life, that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
How's that going?
So every Sunday we do church, and then right after we go to the grocery store and we meal. So and the day before, like, so actually just before this, John and I were just making our list of all the things that were for our meal prep and for just any extra things that we needed. So yeah, so we have our list, and then so we're gonna go out to church, to the grocery store, get our stuff, and then yeah, and then from there, when it comes to like who's cooking and stuff, I mean, I think we kind of just go like we're like, okay, what are we feeling? What do you want to do with what we have? That kind of feel. And the other part of this is John. You know, he pays it. He's really good at paying attention to all the things that go on sale or there are deals
Mm.
for at
Oh,
Kroger's.
good.
And so but then because of that, he'll just buy in bulk whatever's there, even if it's something that I'm like, oh, I don't use that, but okay. you
S-
know
So you have to
so
learn
like
how to use it, or what? Or he
this,
knows how to use it.
see, this is the funny thing. So like from his apartment, he brought like 10 jars of marinara sauce, and I was like, why do you have 10 jars of marinara sauce? He's like, I got them on sale. And I'm like, have you used any of these? He's like, nope, I was waiting for you. So little things like that, like, okay, like he's kind of like waiting for me to do something with them. So yeah, so we're kind of going through those 10 jars of marinara sauce. So we and then they just so happen to go on sale with some pastas. So we're like, okay, we'll get some of those. This week they went on sale with a bunch of potatoes, so now I got to make stuff with potatoes. So I'm probably gonna figure out how to make mashed potatoes with something. So
And then
yeah.
what are you doing? Like, are you meatballs or chicken, or what kind of stuff are you doing for the protein part
Oh,
of
the
your
protein.
meal? I
So
have to
it's
ask his mom.
oh, of course, yeah. So John isn't the biggest fan of pork, so
Okay,
instead we
fair.
use either ground beef or we get like chicken cutlets or chicken
Okay.
breasts just from the meat section. And yeah, and then also I've been making egg fried rice for him because he loves his breakfast foods. I don't always eat the most at breakfast, but I always make that because every once in a while, like I'll make like a batch of like rice to have with some chicken and some like vegetables and stuff like that, and then I'll have a bunch of leftover rice, and I'm like, oh, it's day old rice breakfast.
Yay.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. That's a great. Thank you for the update on family life. That
Yeah.
sounds that's all no, that's awesome. But I like so art from the artists are going back to kind of our old segments. The art part would be what's the artist up to?
What is the artist up to? Well, so I have a couple of exciting sort of commissions happening right now. I also have not officially my first student yet, but at least I have my first trial session with a potential new student,
Nice.
who is the daughter of one of John's coworkers, on Thursday. So she and the mom are gonna come over. They're gonna check out the studio, and then I'm gonna be working with the daughter one on one, and then I'll speak with the mom separately to talk about like, okay, from your perspective, like what are your daughter's interest levels and blah 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 blah, all that stuff. So
Yeah. Very cool.
yes. And then I also have so this is new, and I've shared with this. I'm being asked to be a sketch artist at a wedding
And
next year.
that's still ongoing. That conversation is still going. I didn't know if I
It's
hadn't
yeah,
read
it's an
this.
ongoing conversation, yeah, because
Okay.
like I want to because it's so far out in advance. It's like it's in October 2026. I'm like, okay, John, like this is a heads up. If you're okay with me doing this, blah 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 blah. Yeah, but then it's also this person, they're offering like I asked if like, okay, like what are things that I'm gonna need to pay for, what are things that you'd be willing to pay for, just so I can be like fairly accommodated for, traveling for this, because it's in Seattle. And they're like, oh, we'll pay for your hotel, we'll pay for your we'll get you a driver, we'll do whatever you need. And I'm like, awesome.
Awesome. Nice.
Yeah, and they even extended the invitation to John as well. They extended that I could get a +1 if I wanted to, and I was like, well, I don't know what John's gonna do with a bunch of random people. It's not like he has like drawings to do that can like
Yeah.
keep him, busy or something. So I'm like, I don't know, but yeah.
And then the one other thing is that he's at home right now, right? Because school hasn't started for him.
Yep, school doesn't
So
start in another like 3 weeks or so. Yeah.
yeah, so then the cooking thing will adjust because you'll probably be cooking more for like for him to have it when he's ready, when he comes home and stuff like that, and
Oh
like
yeah.
cooking for his lunch, or if he takes lunch, or however you want to do, guys end up
Yeah,
doing that.
and
But
so that's actually been something that I've been mindfully practicing as
Mhm.
we've been getting into our cooking routine. Like have like made multiple meals where I like like purposefully over prepare for it, or like I purposefully add more than enough for just one meal for both of us, just so I can practice, making sure that there's enough for him to take for a lunch in his lunchbox or something. So
whoa, awesome! You're learning lots of stuff,
I
and
do.
that's awesome.
It's awesome. Oh, also every Sunday, sorry, we do our grocery run, and then John, so I because I made a list of, like, I made a giant checklist of a bunch of stuff, and I have it on our fridge, where John sweeps and cleans the garage. He And then every other week he mows the lawn, depending on if it's raining or not.
Mhm.
And then he'll do other things, like just dust off like things that are in his office, make sure that like Belle's all set with, like, refilling her litter, those types of things. While he's doing that, I am sweeping and Swiffer mopping the floors, all of our hardwood floors. I'm vacuuming all of our rooms with carpets in them. I'm dusting everything. I'm running laundry. I'm just going through dishes. I'm like Cloroxing all of our kitchen countertops. I'm cleaning the toilets. I'm cleaning the bathrooms and the showers, making sure there's all of my thick hair is out of the drain as much as I can. Like, oh, it's like Sundays are our full reset day, and like it hasn't really felt like work at all. It's been like, oh, we're splitting up these things and we're doing them together, so it's been fun, honestly.
Oh,
So
that's nice, dear.
yeah.
That's all stuff that, yeah, you guys have to figure all that out by yourselves, and that's your own routines are going to be your own routines.
Yeah, we got a good routine going so far. Yeah, obviously I know things are gonna change a bit once he starts going back to work and everything, but yeah, so far so good.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That sounds great, dear.
and another part too. Sorry, I'm just excited to talk
Go.
about this stuff, but yeah.
Yeah.
Another part too is like I've also been kind of mindfully practicing, like, or sort of preparing myself for like days when John will be at the office more, or when he's gonna need to like be in his office more often, or at school, whatever the case may be. So finding ways to, you know, stay motivated to like work on stuff and keep myself busy in the house, and then also trying to reach out to, especially the church community. They have like a women's group that happens every Wednesday, so trying to find things to do so I don't go crazy just sitting and stewing in the house waiting for him. So
Oh,
yeah.
that's good. That's good. Remember also the see if like you can like contact someone at the seminary if you need any contacts.
Yeah.
I can try to guide you to somebody. But like, yeah, there's opportunities to like volunteer, but not just volunteer, but like meet. I'm sure they have groups there because the families are all there that they don't. Lots of them have moved away from family, so they have their little community that you could
Right.
probably plug into as well.
Yeah.
But they moved away too. A lot of
Yeah.
them.
I'll consider that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Awesome.
so what have you been up to, Dad?
So Dad has been the what am I? The engineer. I'm the engineer.
Yes, the tech
You're the
guy.
artist. I'm the engineer. I have been. What have I been doing? I got put on a brand new project that is insane, and I don't know how it's going to work out. I can't. It's one that it's like proprietary. I mean, it's like I since we're a public company, I can't talk about what I'm actually doing because it's probably
Oh, okay.
like it would be a like a insider trading violation probably if I talk
Sure.
about who
Yeah.
we're working with. But it's a big company, and we're trying to make a sale to them, and then the sales guys like promise something that's like impossible or nobody knows how to do. And it's like, well, I don't know why you guys promise this, and they're like, yeah, you guys have 6 weeks, and so then
Oh cool.
Yeah, but then I found out the last day for the development that we can actually do is like August 20th. I'm like, that's not
Bruh.
6 weeks even. I'm like, I don't even know. I have no idea how we're gonna get
That's
it done or how
crazy.
we're
That's
going.
less.
Yes.
Yeah, that's less than a month. That's less than. That's half of. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. They're insane. I mean, the timeline is insane. I don't know how the expectations are insane. I'm just I'm doing it the best I can and giving as much like information like every step of the way that I'm doing something. I tell somebody so that they know I'm actually working on something and trying
Right.
as hard as I can. But like the ask
Dude.
is not reasonable in any way, shape, or form. But what are you gonna do? It's tech, and that's what happens.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But no, I've been like the other thing is like I went on a big not like we had a what is it, a team meeting for one of our teammates, obviously. But I met up with this lady who I hadn't seen in a while, and she had retired from ServiceNow, the company I work at. She
Yeah.
retired from there, and she's like 40 something, so she just like she didn't want to be in it anymore. And every time I hear someone retiring, I go, I'm closer to that,
Yeah.
Emmy. I'm honestly not in like not in the
Because you're
sense
getting
that I'm
old.
getting old. It's like my mind is like I'm looking at like I don't want to do this forever. Not this.
Yeah.
I want to do stuff, but I don't want to work in big tech forever. And
Yeah.
so I'm hoping after your sister graduates from college and maybe a couple years after that, that I might be able to retire from this
Oh,
because
for sure.
it's a crazy. It's fun, but then it's also there's parts of it that are like exhausting. So.
Right.
And you've heard me on meetings and stuff like that. You and your
Oh,
sister
I
have
know.
heard me in meetings. Going,
Wow. These idiots. These millennial stupid idiots.
I'm always on mute. Actually, the funniest thing is when I'm at all these team meetings and stuff, everyone goes, "Oh, you're always so calm. And you're really like focused, and you're like." I'm like, "What?" Like they don't see me when I'm not
funny.
in.
They don't know the real
They
you.
don't know what's going on when I'm on mute.
Oh, it's like, oh yeah, you're calm because you let out all the other stuff, especially on your daughters, and we're just like, all right, cool.
So yeah, everything's good. Work is fine. It's like it's actually probably a good project to be on to focus me on something.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, mom and I are doing good. We're just we're kind of doing some planning for when you guys are gone or not gone. You're in Fort Wayne and your sister's going to be at Irvine, so we'll see how that goes. But
Yeah.
other tech wise, I'm like learning some new software. This software that we're recording on. I'm also trying to like. I think a couple of pastors are going to need some additional assistance with some of their podcast and recording stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. I've got all kinds of plans and schemes in my head that probably won't come true, but I try.
You can figure it out. Yeah. How is I'm assuming you guys are preparing for Mari's move. How's that going?
Oh, she's got. We got all the the Amazon wish list of things that she needs to bring down. I think we've gotten everything. We bought everything, just like we had for you. We have her move-in date is like Friday morning, so she we're going down Thursday night, and then we'll be there bright and early Friday morning for her to move in because she has a slot for move-in. It'll all be good. She'll be fine. And she's looking forward to it. She's just ready to.
She's done. Yeah, she's
just like you were.
Yeah.
Like it's odd because because she's younger and she's Mari. But, I never really thought about her wanting to be away from us, but she wants to be away from us.
Well, I feel like for her, it's not like I remember for me it was I feel like it was partially different because I graduated during COVID, and so I was around you guys way too much, and so then I was like, yeah, no, like I feel like me wanting to get away wasn't necessarily just like high school graduating, but it was just because of the circumstances and like spending too much time in the same space with the same people that was getting really overwhelming for me. So I don't think mine was necessarily as personal, I guess, in a way. Maru, I mean, She's she's
She's just grown and wants to
wants to
feel
figure
like,
it out. She
yeah, wants
wants
to
to be
figure out.
she like me really strives for independence. So
Yeah, she wants to be independent, and that's fair. But you
yeah.
guys, they're still. You don't want to. We don't want you to be, not that we don't want you to be too independent, but there's like
Right.
uh
Well, there's a healthy and an unhealthy way to be independent, right?
yeah,
So yeah, and like obviously, it's not like cut off contact. Like no, it's it's like no, I can be my own person and like do my own thing and whatever, but I'll always like go back to you guys or and things like that. So it's
yeah,
not
and that
yeah.
then you're always under the cloud of us coming and joining you too, but
That'll happen
not
at
for
some point. I don't
but
know.
not for a while, because we've talked about this. We
Yeah,
want you to like gain your own identity apart from us.
right.
But and like I always say, the reason that I want to be near you is not to like be like like watch out for you. It's so
Oh,
that when I'm
I know. Yeah.
it's when I'm old that I don't want you to have to be 3,000 miles away from us and worried about us, because I can't imagine if we were further away from either your grandmother or my dad, mom's mom or my dad, if we were further away and we were trying to deal with their health things, it would drive me. I'd be so worried,
Yeah,
right? And
that would be very stressful. Yeah.
yeah, and so I don't want you to have that kind of stress where we're 2,000 miles away from you guys, and and mom fell or I
Oh
fell,
gosh. No. No.
right? That exactly. That's like the horror situation. And like
Ugh.
we've seen other of our friends, who have parents who were had in not the greatest health. It was always on their mind, and it was always like, oh my gosh, we might have to go back to Michigan or wherever because somebody's sick or something. And it was
Yeah.
always like, oh my gosh, it's not.
Stressful.
Yeah, so we want to reduce that stress. That's why we want to join you, not because we
Yeah.
want to
No,
invade
that makes
invade
perfect
you.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So I do have one more question about church. So how was it going to church as Mr. and Mrs. Rusert? They're like
Okay.
they known John for a while and known you as a visitor a few times, but you're husband and
Yeah.
wife now. How's that?
So there were people there who like had seen me before very
Yep.
briefly, and they were like, "Ah, yes, Mrs. Russer, blah blah blah." And then there are just like, oh, when we got into Bible study right after church, oh, that was where it was like, I want to meet your wife. I was like, hi. Like, I can't. Like, I swear, this one woman, oh, sweet as can be. I know she meant well. But she would have just on. He was like, hi, yeah, I know we have not spoken before, but I want to meet your wife. And I was like,
I've never talked to you, but I would
I've
like
never
to.
talked to you ever, but I really
Well,
want to meet your wife.
but that's a nice like way to like like get more embedded in church, because
Right?
like
Yeah.
now you have a you're the newlyweds and everyone knows, and
Yeah.
they'll be watching out for you a little bit, just
Yeah. Sure.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. My battery's like dying on because this is really taking
Oh,
up
on
my
your
battery.
computer?
Yeah, on
or
my computer. Yeah,
oh.
but
Next time you'll have to
it was
put
at
it in.
100. Now it's at like 40.
Oh, we got like 10 minutes or something.
Okay, 10 minutes.
Okay,
We can do that.
so
We can do 10
why don't
minutes.
you have something about pop culture, because that's our third segment usually, pop
Yeah.
culture. So what you got?
Before I get to that though,
Yeah.
I'll also comment on the church thing. What was really
Uh-huh.
cool at the end of the Bible study, Pastor Zeroth went up and said a prayer because he was celebrating. He took a moment. He was like, "So I want to celebrate, obviously, Jonathan Russer being the newlyweds here, Jonathan and Emmy Cole."
Yeah, they're
I was
having
like,
problems
"Yeah, I'm Emmy Cole." And then, and he was like, "But also we have these lovely members of our church who have been married they're celebrating 50 years."
Oh, nice.
So he was like, "Hey, 50-year couple, would you guys have any advice for this, this new couple?" And the dad's all like, "Oh yeah, like, love each other, always meet each other with God's forgiveness, blah blah," like, all the stuff that we've been hearing already. And then wife's just like, "She's always right." It's like, yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Anyway,
That's
okay.
awesome.
So pop culture.
Uh-huh.
So, okay, I feel I'm very curious if you have seen this before, but there's this viral clip that's been going around this past week. It's this jumbotron, and it's like it's a video of this couple at a Coldplay
Oh, the
concert.
Coldplay people. I know this. I'm up to speed on my memes and pop culture.
Did you see how he just dove?
Oh man, that was so and it was so hilarious because the Coldplay guys, either they're very shy or they're having an affair.
Yes,
It was like, oh, dude, too spot on.
dude.
Have you seen all the people like mimicking them on the cams?
Oh my gosh, that's
like
been
they
so
do like
funny.
all over the place. Everyone's doing like they're doing the same thing. They're just diving for the floors when they get on the cam.
It
Oh,
was
it's hilarious.
so bad. And okay,
Oh,
and then
man.
did you also see the crazy part where like, okay, obviously it was the CEO and the woman that he was that wasn't his wife.
And
They
she
were
was
they're
HR.
both married, so they were cheating on each other's
Yes.
spouses first of all. But then then like you look a little closer and there's another younger woman standing next to them. And that's that woman's daughter, and she just got promoted at that company.
Oh, she's
that
the
he's
daughter of the
CEO
lady.
And it's because she kept her mouth shut.
Oh, God. Oh my gosh! I didn't hear that part of it. Oh my gosh!
That part, I was like, "Whoa!"
That I mean, okay, so I'll say it in a. I don't know. Like they show the picture of the CEO's wife.
Yeah.
And when their kids, like they're around a table. I have to say, she was much more attractive than the lady he was
Way more.
with.
Are you
I was like,
kidding me?
oh, she looks younger, and I'm like, I don't know.
She looks
I'm like,
great
okay.
for a mom. What do you mean?
I was like, what? But it was like, oh, that was so. It's head of HR and all. It's like, oh, that's or
Oh, it
chief
was
people person
so
or something they call it.
bad.
That's modern. Oh,
And
that's
it's
so
like,
terrible.
and the funniest part of all of this was if my dude hadn't just gone, "Oh my gosh, I'm having an affair!" Like if he had just been like chill about it, no one
Yeah.
would have known.
They would have never. No, it never would have gotten on the internet. No one. It would have never gotten anywhere. If it was just the diving on the ground thing that made it
If she did, also she made it worse, going, "Oh,
Oh yeah, she turned away and did all. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
come
No,
on."
they made it work. They made it terrible.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
if they had just been chill
bad.
about it, you're right. If they had
That
to,
was so
I'm sure
bad.
there's been like dozens and hundreds of other couples that were cheating that were on
Yeah,
kiss cams and
but
they
they
didn't
were just
dive
like-
for the floor.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. No, and he didn't just dive. Like because like you look at the video,
Or his
and
arms went
they're up on like some
Yeah.
sort of like floor or like
They're
some.
in the suite. It
Yeah.
looked like a suite. Yeah.
So it looks kind of. At first, I thought he fell down.
Well, he dove. He totally dove up.
I
Yeah.
genuinely thought because he went so out of frame so
Yeah.
quickly. I thought he fell.
Oh man, yeah, that was super not good.
Crazy.
That was super not good. Oh.
Crazy.
Oh.
Yeah. Also, it also makes me think like he's a CEO, and he's people at the company kind of depend on CEO figures,
Good
right?
judgment.
To make like on the spot decisions. On the spot, you did that.
Yeah.
You're a bad
no.
CEO.
Oh man, there's lots of bad decisions and like it's so
Everything
bad.
is bad.
Yeah,
Everything
that
is
one was
bad.
crazy. That was pretty crazy.
But that was
Oh,
funny.
The other pop culture, Mom and you saw. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Mom and I saw the Fantastic Four movie.
And you guys said it was decent.
It was decent. It was not. It was not like didn't have the message where it was like girl power thing. It was not that.
Oh, dude, I Know What You Did Last Summer had girl power, and that was
Oh.
also like, ew.
Like,
But yeah.
No, this one didn't have girl power. And then Pedro Pascal wasn't Pedro Pascal. He was just like mellow. He was just like, oh, like he wasn't his annoying, like overly dramatic self. Overly feminized self. He was just fairly normal and just so it was it wasn't like the best Marvel or best movie of the summer or anything, but it wasn't like, oh gosh, hurry up and end. It was like it was interesting to watch, and it was like the story was fine, and it was fine. It wasn't a blockbuster, but it was fine, and it was at this point for the Marvel movies, it's like that's all you can expect. If you
Right.
get that,
That's
you're like,
all.
okay.
That's like the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, at least it wasn't terrible.
It wasn't Captain Marvel.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Cool.
Cool.
So, are you ready to keep doing this? This time typically works for me.
Yeah, I think this works. Yeah,
Yeah.
because during this time, like John's just in his office, like working on coding, research, and then, playing video games with the boys. So this all
Okay.
works out great.
No, I love this. This is perfect. This is like a perfect way for us to catch up and have episodes, and we can talk about stuff that's coming up.
And we can talk about CEOs diving.
You gotta, yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see because I will find like, yeah. Well, we both have the pop culture thing that goes back and forth, and we'll see if either of us can surprise the other one about.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure if you had seen this either,
Oh
so
yeah,
I was like,
it was
"Ooh."
so big that even I would see it. And I have like Brett Cooper comes by in my channels. I mean my feed sometimes. So
Oh, true. Yeah, she
Brett
did
Cooper
cover
always
that.
has stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think. That's the only pop culture ish thing. I have like some movie things, but then she's the only pop culture kind of thing that I have. Where did I
Yeah.
see it first though? I don't even remember where I saw it, but it was pretty. Yeah, that was pretty bad.
I was just like, he, again, yeah. If they had just been like minding
Chill.
their own business, none of this would have.
Yeah.
Oh no.
All right, dear. I love doing this. Mom will be happy that we did this too.
Yes.
But
Oh,
I really enjoyed this. I really like being able to keep in touch with you and hearing how things are going with you. And
Yeah,
because
and
I
this
always
is a
have,
perfect
Dad
way
always
to
has
do it.
questions, right?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
this is a really good way to do it. And there's some, like it might help somebody. Right. Our whole point in this was to have conversations and so that see a dad and a daughter talking about stuff and that's and it's helpful for me to get to to keep in touch with you, but also I think it can help other people just see that two generations can have common ground and keep talking.
Yes, we can, and we also have one more thing in common now.
We're married.
We're both married.
Yes, that's true. That is a weird thing to think
know.
about, though. It's like, okay. Well, all right, dear. Have a great Sunday at church and cleaning and shopping day, and have a great week. And yeah, your third week as married people. But
Week 3.
yeah. All right. So we'll do this again. Hopefully next week. I think I'm still free, and I hopefully you're free. But
Yeah, I mean, I should be free. I mean, unless we have some sort of, even if we have a date night, it's not going to go until 9 p.m. So
okay. All right, dear.
yeah, but yes,
We
okay.
can
I love you,
schedule
Dad.
anyway.
Thanks for
I
setting
love you
this
too.
up.
Yeah, no, I love doing this with you. Have a great rest of your evening, dear.
Thank you. You too.